Guys, today I'm in Hamare, Albania. This is the 50th country that I've visited, which is a personal milestone for me. I have goals of getting to 100 plus one day and far beyond. It's not obviously about a number. You should be seeing these places for what they are, but it's a cool thing to look back and reflect on. So I thought I'd do a quick video about the things that I've learned, the reflections, some of the grand things I've learned about life while I've been away, but I thought it'd be interesting. So please enjoy. Here are a few things that I've learned. First thing is the world is both vast and similar. So when you go travel throughout the world, you'll see that most people are relatively living the same lives in different places. This can mean they're both trying to have a good life for their family, they're trying to provide, they're trying to live in peace, away from chaos and away from anything that's going to deteriorate their life in any sort of way. No matter where people are from, whether they're from Europe, Asia, Oceania, it doesn't really matter where people are from. Most people, 95% of people, are trying to do good. They're trying to do better things to their families and give them a better life. And I think we're all kind of connected in the same way like that, which is kind of a nice thing and a beautiful thing to think about in terms of the world. The people you look at, no matter what they believe or what they eat or where they come from, are just as similar to you as the next person. And people are, at their core, very good and want to live in a world where we can all achieve happiness and peace and we can all live good lives. My second reflection is growth comes from discomfort. So this can come from a lot of things, but it really does come from just being in places and doing things that you are completely unfamiliar with. When you're at home and you're doing things in maybe your hometown or close to home and you kind of know how to do everything, there gets to a point where you do stagnate as a person. You're not trying anything new, you're not learning new skills. And I think traveling really forces you to learn a lot about yourself, a lot about the world, where people come from. And it's allowed me to just grow as a person far more than any university class or I guess anything online. It really just throws you in the deep end for everything. And I think I wouldn't know and have the perspectives and the thoughts about the world that I do today if I hadn't been exposed to all the things, whether it's seeing people from other countries, how they live, how they associate with their families, how they make a living for themselves. It's given me a lot of perspective on life, which I think is hard to come by any place other than that. It can even be things like learning a new language where you're completely foreign. You learn to be completely a beginner at something again, or it's learning to catch public transport in another city, or having to budget, having to spend money. All of those things are really great life skills that are done on a smaller scale when you're traveling. And it's a great insight into, I guess, what you can do as a person. The third things that I've learned is less is really more. The more I travel and the more I do these things, especially when I'm traveling on a budget like I have been the last 12, 18 months, is less is really more in this world. You can be in the nicest places, you can be in these fancy hotels, drive nice cars, but the crux of life is experiencing things for yourself and being with the people you enjoy and eating good food. It doesn't have to be at a 5-star restaurant. It can be some of the best meals that I've had are at the street corner, sitting on a plastic chair, surrounded by motorbikes, eating a bowl of something I'm not really sure what it is. But I think you learn to associate not things with material possessions or having any sort of status, but just enjoying experiences for what they are and spending them with people you really enjoy spending time with. And yeah, I think being especially a backpacker, when the budget's tight and you've got to make money last a long time, you realize the crux of life when you strip it all back is really much simpler than what the world and what social media would like to portray to you. So best, most quaint moments of my life, just maybe sitting on a beach like this in a beautiful country, or eating a bowl of pasta with tuna, or whatever it might be, sitting and standing on a local bus talking to a local about their day and I guess getting an insight into how they live. But some of the best experiences I had weren't monetary involved. Obviously, money can buy nice things, but when you strip things back, it becomes a lot simpler and I think you can be a lot happier. So the fourth thing is travel doesn't solve everything, but it does show you what matters. This can be, I guess, forming the life that you truly want. It could be getting away from the job that you don't like, or it just shows you what is actually possible out there. And what you can actually do with your own life. If you are using travel as an escape from, I guess, problems at home, or if there's something difficult happening in your life, that's when it can be an issue, because you are just running away from what's actually the issue that is to be addressed. And I think that's when it can be a problem. But if you're doing it and going out there and just seeing the world and seeing what's possible and forming the life that you do want. I think it's when it can be so powerful. It reveals so much about what you actually want, how you want to spend your days, who you want to spend it with, the life you want to form. I think in this day and age, we have more opportunity than ever to really just live and do and spend time with people as you please. And I think travel really reveals that. The fifth thing is, this isn't the end, but this is definitely the foundation. So for a long time, I've really wanted to travel and just see the world for, I guess, the foundation for the rest of my life. I think later in life it becomes a lot more difficult for the reasons of more responsibilities, and maybe there's other entities involved, families, houses, jobs, careers, that sort of thing. And I've always wanted to do it earlier in my life just to free up that time later. I think during the years of being 22 to 26, there was the COVID era, and that was taking a few years away, which is, for its own reasons, was a gift. It showed me this is what I really wanted to do with my life. And I think it's been the bedrock for everything that I have built my life around. And I think these trips have shown me I love seeing these things and love doing these things. But there's also a part of me that now, once that has been scratched and fulfilled, I'm really ready to, I guess, find a place to live and put down roots, whether that's in Australia or wherever it might be. But it's been really interesting because it's always something that had this lingering feeling in the back of my mind. I've really wanted to do it my whole life. And it was just a burning desire, and getting to actually do it and live this dream that I had. I hope everyone gets to, I guess, experience what that's like. It's obviously not the only dream that I have. There's many other things that I want to do with my life, my time. But it's been a really nice, I guess, exactly a foundation for the rest of my life. And the dreams I have and what I want to pursue after this, I can tick and, I guess, cross this off my list, knowing I've given it so much of my time and my energy, and I can move and do other things with my time in the future. So it's not the end. I will still travel until the day I die. I love it. It's something I always love doing, seeing new places, experiencing new things, but it will just set the foundation for everything else I do. So I think it's a good lesson. If you are young and you can do it, like, absolutely do. You will never regret the time that you left a job, or even if you don't have much money, you can go to so many places with a limited budget, have an amazing time and memories that will alter and form the rest of your life. And it's really been the joy of my life, and all of the things, so many of the things, not all, have come from traveling and getting to see parts of the world and how people live, and just showing me the life that I want to have myself, which has been pretty special. So it doesn't solve everything, but it is a great foundation for, I guess, the rest of your life. And also just a few bonus things. It's taught me all sorts of skills about, I guess, how to budget, how to save for things, how to communicate with people, how to be respectful, how to enjoy other people's cultures and see what's out there and never take a preconceived idea of someone at face value. Getting to know people, speaking to people I don't know and don't agree with. It's just been probably one of the best things I've had in my life to date. This isn't the end. I want to be traveling until my last breath. I'm currently on a trip with my old housemates, my brother, Maddie B, Hugo and Monique. So I feel very lucky to be able to do these things, but these are the things I will never regret. No one will ever regret doing a trip with their friends or solo. Taught me a lot about spending time with really the people you love, and getting to experience these things all together are some of the memories I hold closest to my heart. And I don't know, talking about them with friends and when you're old, and I guess just seeing where people you've been and showing them these places, it's amazing. And I think the world's all more connected by breaking bread with people, going to places that you don't know. If you need a sign, go and visit more places. This is it. If you need to leave a job that you don't like, do it. Save some more money, budget a little bit more, cut back on the expenses for a few weeks. Everyone can do it. Work hard for it. You do have to save. You do have to be disciplined, but anyone can do it. There's so many places on earth that you can visit, and I feel very lucky to be able to get to do this. It's been great to get to this point. It's a nice place to just stop and smell the roses for a while, reflect on the life and the adventures that's been. So I really appreciate you watching. The channel's just getting started. I really want to make this my really full-time thing, and I guess just share about all these experiences. So thanks for watching. If you're watching, if you're a subscriber, lots of love. But anyway, I'm going to go enjoy the beach.